She literally said, I do not accept that kind of behavior from you.
Welcome to MsMojo Glow. And today we're counting down our picks for the instances celebrities exposed their problematic co-stars. Number 10, Casey Wilson versus Tim Allen. Santa Claus is often heralded as the epitome of jolliness. However, the same cannot be said for the actor assuming his iconic role in Disney's The Santa Clauses, according to guest star Casey Wilson. The SNL alum didn't mince words on her Bitch Sesh podcast, painting a vivid picture of a tense environment on set. Wilson recounted how everyone seemed to tiptoe around their star, describing it as, quote, the truly single worst experience she's ever had with a colleague.
Tim Allen goes, leaving, takes his Santa cape, picks it up and drops it on the floor and walks out.
Number 9, Alexa Nikolas versus Lynn Spears. Nikolas played Nicole Bristow in the first 2 seasons of Zoey 101 alongside Lynn Spears. Years later, Spears claimed in her memoir that Nikolas had spread hurtful rumors about her back then. However, this prompted Nikolas to fire back, describing a set plagued by a mean girl vibe led by Spears herself.
She kind of created the culture.
Some viewers even think they can spot evidence of tension in some episodes. Number 8, Rebel Wilson versus Sasha Baron Cohen. In her autobiography, Rebel Rising, the actress shared a troubling experience she had with a male co-star.
I worked with a massive ass.
When his team allegedly tried to silence her, she decided to speak out. She described the incident as taking place on the set of The Brothers Grimsby, where she worked with Sasha Baron Cohen. According to her, Baron Cohen made her feel uncomfortable and fearful, pushing her to do things that crossed her personal boundaries.
I bear what to take me for.
Number 7, Nicollette Sheridan versus Terry Hatcher. Susan and Edie's relationship on Desperate Housewives was often fraught with tension.
I try to look past your flaws.
During the show's 8 seasons, there were rumors of drama behind the scenes, especially involving Terry Hatcher and her co-stars. One person, however, who didn't hold back was Nicollette Sheridan. Reportedly, she told show creator Mark Cherry that Hatcher, quote, was the meanest woman in the world.
Get the hell out of here.
Gladly.
Number 6, Rose McGowan versus Alyssa Milano. The behind-the-scenes troubles with this series have hinted that the set wasn't exactly a charmed place to be. The tension came to a head in 2020 during a highly publicized clash between Milano and McGowan over politics. McGowan didn't hold back, calling out her former co-star for fostering a toxic AF atmosphere on set.
She accused Milano of throwing a fit in front of the crew and yelling that she doesn't get paid enough.
And it wasn't just McGowan who seemingly felt the strain. She had joined the cast in season 4 after Shannon Doherty's departure, allegedly due to issues with Milano. Number 5, Lucy Liu versus Bill Murray. Apparently, while filming Charlie's Angels, changes were made to a scene that Bill Murray, who played Bosley, was unaware of until rehearsals. Unfortunately, Murray didn't take to this too well, and for some reason, aimed his frustration at Liu. She described his language as, quote, inexcusable and unacceptable, but refused to let his disrespect slide. This was still early in her career, whereas Murray was already a well-established actor and comedian. Still, that didn't stop her from standing her ground.
And we all supported her and backed her up, and we moved forward.
Number 4, the cast of Suicide Squad versus Jared Leto. Leto's castmates quickly learned that if they received any gifts from the actor, they should probably just return to sender unopened. Leto, fully immersing himself in his role as the Joker, took method acting to new heights by sending some rather unsettling presents.
I did a lot of things to create a dynamic.
Despite his insistence that it was all part of the act, not everyone seemingly found it so amusing. Viola Davis said that although she was spared any live rodents, adult toys, or any other undesirable gifts, she still felt uneasy and itching for the pepper spray or her husband, an ex-football player. Number 3, Samantha Ware versus Leah Michele. In Glee, Michelle plays a self-serving diva who happily tramples over almost anyone to get what she wants. If the accounts of some of her fellow Glee cast are anything to judge by, that may have involved less acting than we thought. While not the first to call Michelle out, Ware's tweet in response to Michelle's Black Lives Matter post gained widespread attention. She accused the actress of making her time on the show a living hell and making her question a career in Hollywood.
Co-star Samantha Marie Ware's response? Accusing Leah of making her first television gig a living hell.
Number 2. Multiple people versus Chevy Chase. This OG SNL cast member has quite the reputation for being abrasive, rude, and downright offensive.
There was no doubt, and I think he would absolutely agree, he sometimes could be in not great moods.
It didn't take long for him to clash with his SNL co-stars. Will Ferrell even dubbed him the, quote, worst host, highlighting his backstage misconduct, particularly towards a female writer. Pete Davidson also had some choice words for him that we can't repeat here. Despite his infamy, he was cast as Pierce Hoffman in Community, but eventually got axed after some racist remarks aimed at Donald Glover. Number 1. Meryl Streep versus Dustin Hoffman. Streep and Hoffman starred in Kramer vs. Kramer, a movie about the emotional struggles of divorce. Prompted by Streep, writer-director Robert Benton made some late adjustments to her character, much to Hoffman's irritation. He was going through his own divorce at the time, so playing such an intense role might have not been the best idea for him. In 2018, Streep talked to the New York Times about how Hoffman tried to stir up her emotions by talking about her late boyfriend, John Cazale. She also mentioned a time when he went way too far, which you can actually see in the movie.
In another scene, he slapped me